GM, everyone. Good evening, everyone. And this is Shan, one of the co founders of NARA Labs. And welcome to our X Space tonight on the eve before the 2024 Bitcoin halving. This is history, guys. And thank you for joining us tonight. And together with me right now are awesome speakers who would help us to determine about Bitcoin halving, to really know about it and how we're going to leverage the power of this historical event that will be taking place tomorrow. So let's start by introducing our esteemed speakers. For our first speaker, we have Angeline Viray, or also known as Chii in here in the Web3 space. So Angeline is started as a call center agent before earning the title of Crypto Queen in 2017. She's a devoted early adopter. She's been immersed in blockchain, AI, and other emerging tech trends since 2013 during the Bitcoin mining. She's been trading crypto, collecting NFTs, and recently developing sustainable tokenomics for the metaverse. She's an emerging tech entrepreneur or techpreneur, an international business consultant, startup founder, a mom, singer, pet lover, and a licensed chemist. So, good evening, Chi.
Hey, Sean. Good evening. Thank you so much for inviting me and for that fun introduction.
Yes, thank you so much
Happy
also.
to be here, guys. Thank you for attending. Yeah.
All right, excited to learn a lot from you, Chi. And for our next speaker, we have Bryan, or also known as Trader NiKi from Gainer's Ground. He is an experienced crypto and forex trader with a knack for financial market analysis. While still a fourth year engineering student, he already has 4 years of trading experience at the table and currently working as ground director and mentor at Gainer's Grounds, sharing his knowledge with aspiring traders. Don't miss his session on how to start from zero through crypto and Web3. Welcome, bro, Trader NiKi.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Thanks, bro, also for giving time and sharing your knowledge with us. Excited to learn a lot from you also. So without further ado, we would want to, keep the ball rolling and just really deep dive onto this uh, event, Bitcoin halving, happening tomorrow. So I hope everyone is excited or curious about how this, event will be something that might change our lives, maybe, hopefully, especially in the crypto space. So are you ready, everyone? Can you tap hearts there if you're ready to really know about, Bitcoin halving? There you go. Seeing some hearts there. Thank you, thank you. All right. I think my co-host is not available right now. He's experiencing some internet connection issues. But yeah, let's proceed. Let's get straight to the first question. By the way, guys, for those who would we will be having our question and answers or Q&A later on. We'll give time for that for your questions also. So for now, we'll just deep dive first on getting to know what Bitcoin halving is. So let me ask the first question. All right. For the first question, given that some of here might not, you know anything about Bitcoin or even crypto itself or, Bitcoin halving, let's talk about or let me ask, what is Bitcoin halving and how does it work? So let me ask first, maybe Trader NiKi.
Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, for some that still doesn't know what is a Bitcoin halving. So basically, Bitcoin halving is like reducing the rewards for the miners for the validation of transaction. Meaning, if they are mining, let's say 12 Bitcoin for a validation of transaction, every halving it will be cut down into six. So basically, it will be harder for them to mine a Bitcoin. So basically, that is the Bitcoin halving. It's cutting out the rewards for every validated transaction.
All right. Thank you for that wonderful answer, bro. Can I ask Chi about how you understand or how you can share about Bitcoin halving?
Yeah, sure. I like making things really simple for people because crypto is very, very technical. So for me, and how I teach my mentees on what Bitcoin halving is, it's essentially this is a jargon, but it's necessary. It's a deflationary mechanism for Bitcoin, meaning you know what inflation is, right? It means that there's more of our money that's in circulation versus than what we had before. So deflationary meaning the supply of Bitcoin is going to be less and less. So less Bitcoin is being minted for the circulating supply. So what that means is the rewards, as mentioned by NiKi, is going to be less for the miners. So there will be more so it's a supply and demand thing. It's like economics a little bit. So Bitcoin halving will really have a huge impact on price of Bitcoin at the same time of its value to people and also to traders and investors. So I don't know, was it simple enough, but I tried.
Yeah, no problem. I actually got a point, and hopefully our listeners have the same thoughts about that. Since you mentioned about supply and demand dynamics of Bitcoin, can you share more, Chi, about how does Bitcoin halving affect the supply and demand dynamics of cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin?
Sorry, can you repeat the
Okay,
question?
so the question would be, since you've mentioned about supply and demand, how does Bitcoin halving affect the supply and demand dynamics of Bitcoin?
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah, so since the rewards will be less, so for example, I'm a miner. Let's imagine I have my hardware to mine Bitcoin. And before it started at around, if I'm not mistaken, it was 50 Bitcoins before the first halving. So for every block, was it block, right? So for the reward would be 50 Bitcoins. And then the next halving, it became 25. And then 12.5 and then now it's 6.25. So that's the math there. It becomes half and half for every Bitcoin halving. Now, what does that mean? That means there would be less Bitcoin that will be awarded to miners like me if I was a miner. And also, the emission of Bitcoin, meaning how much Bitcoin is being released to the public or to the circulating supply becomes less. That means the demand the demand for Bitcoin is actually getting higher because before I used to get 50, right? And then now I'm just gonna get 6.25, or was that right? If I was gonna get rewarded for mining Bitcoin. So there's a whole mechanism around that, but that's basically the basics of how it affects supply and demand. And that's why price also gets higher because of that kind of demand. And imagine only around, like, I believe 1% to 7% of people, I don't know my numbers, but just around that own Bitcoin in the whole world. And imagine already almost all of the Bitcoin, the 21 million, was it million or billion? I forgot.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
21 million or billion Bitcoins that are supposed to be minted are already owned by 1 to 7% of people. It's around 97% that's actually already circulating. So there's only around 3 to 7%. Sorry for the numbers, just check it out. That are still left for the miners to mine. So what does that mean? How many people don't have Bitcoin yet and may actually be interested in getting Bitcoin versus the amount of Bitcoin that's still not in circulation and will still be mined. So there's really a high demand for Bitcoin right now, and that's why a lot of forecasts or traders are forecasting that Bitcoin will have another parabolic increase in price in the next few months and years. So,
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful answer. And I think everyone here who are listening might have clarity of how does really, how does Bitcoin halving works and how it, the supply and demand dynamics affects Bitcoin. Do you have anything you would want to add with that, Trader Nikki?
I think it's all good. Okay, so again, just to summarize it, so basically, Bitcoin halving is an event that happens every 4 years. So it has a targeted block to be mined, enable for the Bitcoin rewards to be reduced in half. And as Chii says, it has a huge effect on the overall market. So for this event in 2024, we still don't know yet what to expect, but only time will tell. So I think we have just less than like 13 hours for the Bitcoin halving. So around 81 blocks to go before the 840,000 block is mined.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And since you've mentioned, bro, that um, it's happening every 4 years. So let's talk about history. What historical impact do you think have previous Bitcoin halving events had on the price and adoption of Bitcoin? So can you share some, historical events that happened that had created good impact in in our industry, especially in Bitcoin?
Okay,
Uh yeah, go Nikki.
thank you for that question. Actually, this year is different for me. I feel like I don't expect anything as of now for Bitcoin. I don't expect the price to go up or to break down because this halving, this 2024 is different because from the past halving, so we always stay under the all-time high of Bitcoin. So this is the first time in history that before halving, we touched the all-time high of BTC. So they say that history repeat itself, right? It repeat itself, right? So
Yeah.
but I don't think history is at our side right now. Yeah, we have this common logic that when having is finished, so we cut down the reward of BTC or the minted Bitcoin for validated transaction. So we have this repeated occurrence of the price of Bitcoin will go up, but this time it's very different. It's like before the halving event, we already hit the 72K-ish on BTC mark. Then, as halving approach, so we're slowly going down. So we have a lot of things to consider. So maybe the pump is more influenced by the ETF approval. So we can consider that. And the dump is due to Iran launching missile on Israel. So right now, I'm very neutral. I don't go like bias on the history of okay halving then we go up because this time it's very different for me. So as for history of BTC, yes, for the past three halving the price goes up, but right now we can expect like 50-50 scenario. We can go up, but we can also have a breakdown on the market as I think it's been up lately, like it's been trending a topic that BTC might crash. So we might have a market crash because we have this saying that um, what you call this one is by the rumor, sell the news. If I'm not mistaken, so that's for me. For the history wise, right now I don't look past history of BTC right now.
All right. Thank you, bro. Nice answer. And I have a follow-up question later on, but I would want to ask first on the thoughts of Chi on this.
yeah, I actually raised my hand. I half agree with Nikki in terms of this time it's different. It's because it is. So if you actually do your technical analysis on what happened during the other Bitcoin halvings, there is a pattern. And this time around, it did not follow the pattern at all. And that's hugely because there's another huge factor that added this time around, which is the ETFs. So the ETFs is a way for people that are not necessarily in the crypto space to have to own, not really own, but have access to Bitcoin. So there were um, there were numerous ETF providers that were approved by SEC just recently before the halving, and that actually affected the price so much. Why? Because institutional investors are already involved now in the crypto space. They've been before, but not as much as they are now. And this actually skews the historical data a lot because before there were not a lot of institutional investors. It's more on retailers, whales, dolphins, as we call it, minos, um, and those who are really into emerging trends and traders, right? But right now, there's more institutional investors, and there's a lot of money that's coming from those institutional investors that are affecting the price of Bitcoin. So right now, no one knows anything. Like we wouldn't know what would happen to Bitcoin because at the moment, and this is the bad news of the ETFs and having this time around, is that these ETFs or these institutional investors or big money, as we call it, or smart money, are actually controlling the space at the moment. So, yeah, I agree that this time is different, but at the same time, there is still historical data that's affecting the price. But we wouldn't know which one would actually win at this point. So no one really knows anything. So if you hear someone guaranteeing it that Bitcoin will hit what 500K in 2025, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee at this point. So yeah,
All right.
never a
I was
guarantee.
just about to ask about that because there's a burning question, especially on for all crypto traders right now, or for all those people in the space. Since Bitcoin halving is a precedent, or proceeds with the bull run. So with the things that you've mentioned, maybe like bull run is. Are you saying that bull run is not yet certain at this point? Yeah. Chi.
Well, as mentioned, yeah. So, well, as mentioned, historical data is still there. Like, it's true that history repeats itself, and that's because this history is affected or caused by people or human psychology, and human psychology don't change. There's always patterns. So it's still possible that we're gonna hit the bull. We're gonna enter the bull run, or we're already in the bull run right now as history would say. But at the same time, there's this huge factor of the ETFs and the big money affecting the market right now in crypto, which is actually a first. There's just huge amounts of money. If you check all the technicals, if you check all the indicators, there's just a lot of money that's being played around in crypto right now. So, in terms of the bull run, I always tell my students there's only three ways a price could go: up, down, or consolidating. And how you figure out if it's going to be a bull run or it's going to be a bear market, or if it's going to consolidate, meaning it's not going to decide whether it's going to go up or down, is you check for confirmation. So in your technical analysis, you check if there are confluences or supporting factors that affect the direction of Bitcoin, essentially. Because Bitcoin, as the mother of all crypto, essentially dictates the price of the whole market. So if you're asking, are we in a bull run right now? We are in a pre bull run. But if it's going to continue and up to how long, we don't know until we get confirmation. And right now, Bitcoin halving is here, and usually news like this or events like this are, well, have a huge impact on Bitcoin. And right now we just need to see what will happen or what its effect now to Bitcoin is before we decide, hey, are we in a bull run? Are we in a bear market? Because we don't know. Right now it's happening. Like we are on a during period, right? It's a during right now, not post halving. So post halving we'll see more information. And that's a better time to actually evaluate, hey, do we have confirmation? Are we really going up? And stuff like that. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, it super helps. I totally got the point about it, and it really clarifies, especially for those people who are, uh, predicting already how much Bitcoin would, be at price would go up. So yeah, anything that you would want to add on that, Nikki?
Okay, so first of all, the overall market right now, not just in Bitcoin. So when we set a specific point of time, let's say from last year, let's say around October uh, 2023. So yes, we are currently in a bull market right now. Every market is in a bull market. Nasdaq is in a bull market. Gold reaching its all-time high is in a bull market. But the problem here is gold and Nasdaq might be in a retracement zone right now. It might retrace right now, and we know that Bitcoin and Nasdaq is correlated with each other. And as of now, from the history, okay, bull run comes after the halving. But right now, bull run started before the halving. So again, we don't know yet if this is the bull run, pre-bull run, or it's finished. So we still don't know yet. So from the bottom of the Bitcoin last October 2022, we're expecting to have a bull market to reach the all-time high, and probably estimation wise is to have around 150k ish to 200k of US dollar for Bitcoin. But right now, pre-halving, and we have this bull market, a huge bull market, a very strong bull market right now. But what the question is, what comes after the halving? So again, only time will tell if what market we are in right now. Maybe some of us will say, okay, we're in the pre-bull market, so we're expecting more upside. So maybe the bull market is finished, so we might expect a downside. But again, in the history, we're having a 3-to-1 ratio for a bull market and bear market. So again, we're just starting. So again, from 2022, I think we still have a year, more than a year for a bull market. So more of probability is we might go on to the upside still.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. That totally clarifies anything, everything about this Bitcoin halving and about the bull run thing. So we're now on the bull market right now, and yeah, totally. As you mentioned, how do you think can people or can leverage this Bitcoin halving? So some people are asking, what is it for us, or how can we, benefit from this Bitcoin halving? So can you share your thoughts about this?
Okay. As of now, Bitcoin price is too high as of the moment. It's in a premium zone. So meaning that when we say premium zone, and we have discounted zone. So premium zone is not an ideal place to buy assets like Bitcoin. But as of now, what cryptos do we have at discounted zone? Basically, almost all of altcoin is in the discounted zone, but Bitcoin is in a premium zone. So for this halving, we know that BTC is the mother of all coins. So whatever moves that BTC does, so other alts or most of the alts, maybe 90% of the alts will follow. Okay, so I think we can leverage ourselves more on altcoins. Is it can have a better returns, bigger returns rather. So let's say we have this discount market. So all of the altcoins now is in a sale. So if we are expecting a bull run for BTC, we expect these alts to still go up. So if we might have a good entry for this alt, and these altcoins goes up by the time that BTC goes up, as well as we expecting for a bull market. So maybe we have a much higher return in alts rather than BTC. And also consider the market cap. So low cap coins can give you a better return in terms of profit, but it contains more risk. So BTC is the safest bet to put your eggs. It's the safest basket to put your eggs. But remember, when it's so safe, so there's less risk. So meaning there's a less profit as well. But you can diversify your assets right now. Okay. So first of all, you need Bitcoin for a safest bet. Then also Ethereum, might as well. And you might pick a top 10, let's say, market cap outs. So if you're having a fear of having a market crash, so maybe pick a strong pairs. So but if you're more risky, so you can pick low caps coin. So you might check it out. So it's very easy in exchanges. So just filter it from high cap coins to low cap coins. So that's all for me.
Awesome. I think that's a very, very nice strategy. And it's an actionable plan actually for those people who would really would want to leverage the Bitcoin halving right now. You can do that. That's something that NiKi has been doing. I think, and as a trader himself, uh, his expertise runs on it. So definitely, it's a good thing to try to experiment and be able to benefit from this Bitcoin halving. Anything that you would want to share about that, Chi?
Yeah, actually, regarding how to leverage this event and post event, it's more about your goal in entering the crypto market. So I've always asked people, like, why do you want to get into crypto? Why do you want to buy Bitcoin? Why do you want to trade? Is it to earn money on a daily basis from trading? Is it to buy and hold assets like an investment? Is it to do both in certain degrees? So it's really up to your goal as to why you are getting into this. Because if you don't know that, you're gonna lose money 100%. If you're here to hold, that means it's a long term play. So Bitcoin is, as we all say, mother of the cryptocurrency market, right? It's the safest bet, just like Ethereum. So those two are kind of like our blue chips here. If you're looking to hold something that has low risk but high returns, or low risk but still high reward a little bit, since it's crypto, then just buy BTC, just buy Ethereum and hold, right? If that's your goal. If your goal is to earn money from trading, the best bet you would have is to go to the altcoins. As mentioned, they're all on sale right now. And you just figure out which of these altcoins you actually believe in, that you know more about, because at least you'll know, hey, is this going to go up? You would know the nature of that coin and the nature of that project and the nature of their market and their users. And it would be easier for you to know, hey, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? This happened. They announced this, blah, blah, blah. So this will be the impact to their price. So altcoins is your way, because that's where you gain more money. Bitcoin is already very expensive, right? So if it goes up 1%, it's not a lot of money. But if a $1 coin versus a 60 or 70K dollar Bitcoin, right, goes up, a $1 coin would go up. It is a lot of money, like 1% of $1 versus 1% of 64 or 70K. There's a huge difference. So it's really up to your goal. And for me personally, I actually have a mixed goal. Like, I do trading at certain times, so you also have to know your trading style. Like, do I have time to trade? Do I have time to actually buy and sell crypto, buy and sell altcoins, buy and sell Bitcoin? Or do I just have let's say a weekly time to actually check the market, analyze the charts, and then buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins? Or maybe my portfolio, I have my portfolio of 10 coins, and you analyze each of them every day or every week, something like that. You really need to know yourself first and your goal and your motivation of why you're into this market before you even try entering. So that's how we maximize this, because if it's long term, we do know Bitcoin is a deflationary token, meaning it's going to keep going up just like gold. Whereas for altcoins, for I forgot my train of thought. So basically that's my advice. If it's long term, just buy DCA down, meaning dollar cost averaging your your purchases of Bitcoin. So if it's going down, you buy more, so that if you bought at 70 and then you bought at 60, then your break even price is at 65, right? So the more you buy it down, the more your break even price goes down, the more money you're going to make if it goes up to like what, 75, 100, 150K in the future. But if you want to trade, then that's altcoins for you, because you're not going to earn a lot by trading Bitcoin with little amount of money. So I hope that helps.
Super solid strategy. I think that's something that investors, or for those people who would really want to leverage the Bitcoin halving right now, can benefit a lot. All right. I think that summarizes, or that concludes the basic things that we would want to know and how to leverage Bitcoin halving. Uh, I would like to open right now the floor for questions and answers. Question Q&A. So kindly raise your hand if you have any questions to our speakers regarding Bitcoin halving. So anyone, the floor is now open. Please raise your hand so we can make you a speaker and ask your question. Anyone? There. Sisu, do you have any questions, bro? Or sis? All right, all right. Jove, I think she is requesting for to become a speaker. Please give her an. All right. Okay, guys, anyone have questions? Because I have one. If no one will ask, maybe. So here's a curious question that I have for both of you. Since we're talking about Bitcoin halving and we're actually on the bull run, um, what do you think about NFTs right now? So, how do you see emerging trends such as NFTs again influence the working on this time around? Especially that we're like, you know, I mean, looking forward to more bullish market. But do you think is it okay, or would NFTs become, something that can be a thing, right? Again, like, the NFT games, or even NFT collections in this time around. Do you have any idea, or would you want to share insights about it? Because for all we know, a lot of NFT projects or even collections have died down. Some even have been rug pulled. So, what are your thoughts about it? Uh, Chi, maybe. Chi, or how about you, Nikki? I think
Um,
yeah.
okay, as for the NFT, we all know that NFT, I think gained popularity. Let's say, 2020 to 2022. I think it's the NFT peak for the market. So the NFT market, right? So then, the volume goes down and the hype goes down as well. We have this base C. We can see that the floor price goes down. Almost all of the NFTs now, floor price goes down. And okay, first things first is we should identifying what meta are we in right now in the Web3 space, especially in crypto. Okay, so before, like in the pandemic, we're in a GameFi. So we are pre-pandemic. We are in a GameFi meta, right? So, um, basically, that is the peak of those play to earn games. So Right now, I think we're in AI meta. So for the space, so we're mostly all of the projects right now is basically backed or being built through AI. So right now we're in a AI meta. We can see render, so another coin, Arcam, fetch, Agi. So these are AI projects. So for the NFT to go up, I think it should build upon the meta right now. And as for NFTs, I think it's still alive. So there's a lot of artists that I know that they're building through NFTs, communities through NFTs, but the hype as well, in order for the NFT to have a ground again in the Web3 space, I think, is to ride the meta. So how can they build through these AI projects right now? Because before, these NFTs, non-fungible tokens as well, we have this Axie Infinity, which is also an NFT. So the Sun. So it's like the metas in the space right now. So as for the NFT, I think enable for them to gain ground again. So is to build upon through a meta that is in the space right now. So yeah, I think you should be riding the trend. But again, I'm very optimistic with these NFTs because if the Bitcoin or the market goes up, actually almost all of the market that is connected through Web3 or crypto is also in a bull market. We all know that. Okay, again, this Axie Infinity, why the price goes down? Because suddenly we're in that bear market, right? So it's very inevitable for the SLP price to go down. Aside from the tokenomics, so that's a very different thing. But I think the project of Axie is not in a good time when they launch it because we're in the bear market. So again, right now we're in the bull market. When developers do the trying to build, especially people are very optimistic when we're in a bull market. So everything or every investor might think that the project will goes up. So when it comes to the NFTs as well, I think um, hopefully, okay, the NFT prices or the floor price of NFT, most of them will go up. So I think that's all for me on this NFT side.
Thank you, bro. I think you have an awesome insight about it. So that's a very, very good suggestion, especially for those people who would want to build their own NFT projects. We actually do. So it's nice to have your thoughts about it. How about you, Chi? Can you unmute right now?
Mic test. Can you hear me
All right,
now?
good. Yeah,
You
awesome.
muted me, dude. No, it's fine. So if you check out the crypto market or the blockchain market, there are seasons, right? We started with, I don't know what we started with, maybe crypto, and then crypto kitties started the NFT revolution, and then there's DeFi, there's metaverse, there's now it's AI. So the term meta is what's hot right now, like what's trending. And NFTs had their time, to be honest. But this space is mostly experimental at this point. We're not, we haven't really explored all of the possible and valuable use cases for this technology yet. Like, not everything yet. Right now, it's all about the money, it's all about speculation, some for fun and entertainment, like GameFi, some for uh, I don't know, like loyalty programs for NFTs. There are some use cases, but not a lot have been explored yet. And I think for the NFT space, right now, it's really not about the hype anymore. It's more about the substance of the project. So if the projects before, the NFTs before, have not been able to build during the bear market, they won't be able to build substance at this point. So that's why there are projects that die or become zombies. They try to still live, but they are already dead. So that's at least my view for NFTs. But there's a lot more use cases we haven't explored yet. So who knows? We maybe some genius comes along and finds a good product market fit somewhere using NFTs. But at this point, it's essentially over. I mean, the hype at least. So yeah.
Thanks, Chi, for that insight, and it would be noted. Thank you, thank you. All right. Anyone else who have any burning questions? Yes, NiKi, bro.
So another thing, addition, thoughts about NFTs. So right now, if you can look at the market, so one thing that I noticed is most of those projects that has been pumping right now has this what we call real world application. So most of investors they want this kind of thing when we say they want to invest. So what are we really investing for? Okay, so we have this what we call real world application. So I think for the NFTs right now, the market is the competition right now is very hard because I think when we see near, so why does near pump so much? Because of its real world application. We have again this AI thing. This render is collaborating with Nvidia and Apple lenses to provide GPUs. We have this thing we call this real world application, and I think for these projects right now on the Web3 space, again, NFT had their time, but if they want, again, they want. So I know we have very good builders right now in our space. So maybe incorporate those things because right now, for me, I've noticed that almost most of the projects that is pumping right now is they have this thing called real world application. First of all, we have this flow. Okay, coin flow. So I think it's an NFTs for sports. So we have like this NBA cards as we have this NFL cards, but it doesn't really make sense. So like if you have this NBA cards like as your NFTs, what can I do for it? So we can see that the flow market never recovered because they didn't have any strong um product to showcase for. So they're just you will just own this and what now? Okay, so it doesn't make sense for them to have this NFTs NBA cards then done. So I think one thing to incorporate right now in most not just in NFTs or most of the projects in the space right now is this what we call real world application. What is your project all about? How can it affect the real worlds? Because I think that's we're going through when we say the meta. So what is hot right now? I think that's where we going.
All right. Thank you so much, Trader NiKi. And I think those are very, very good suggestions. And that's something that's meant for sustainability, of course. I think that's the very big problem that NFT projects, did or had some before because most of really NFT projects right now are really, dying. And maybe because there's no sustainability in the plan of action that they did, especially on, creating those projects, the real life or real world applications, the real value that they can really have for it. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for that awesome suggestions. All right, anyone else who would want to ask a question, feel free to ask right now. Anything about Bitcoin halving, going once, twice. All right, bro, pipes, are you there? Are you there? Can you speak?
Yes po.
Do you have anything to add, bro?
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, cool. So yeah,
Sir,
go.
I would like to ask lang din po pala, last question. Since nagkaroon po tayo ng since we have now a different institution on our market, which is in crypto, so are we expecting a change in market dynamics or anything that could really impact the whole market of the cryptocurrency?
Okay, uh, let's ask first Chi about that.
Sorry, you have to help me because I didn't understand. Can you just repeat the question, please?
Can you repeat the question, bro?
Yeah, sure po. Since we are now in what we call bull run in the cryptocurrency market and we have the institution, are we still gonna see the past events like we after having is that we are seeing the market down, and after a few months, it is going up. Now, since we have now the institution, are we still seeing the same dynamics of the market, or we are expecting more on the adoption or on the less volatility of the market?
Yeah, I get it. Thank you very much for explaining the question. Thanks for that question as well, Sisu. As mentioned earlier, right now institutions are actually playing with the crypto market at the moment. And since they have so much money, like there's a lot of money involved in the crypto market right now that's from the big money guys, it's actually affected our beloved crypto market. I'm actually very protective of cryptocurrency because I've started like in 2013, and right now I'm still trading and still advocating for it. But then when institutions came, it's kind of like centralization all over again, but in a Web3 form, if that makes sense. So in terms of market dynamics, it's really affected how things are going in terms of the cryptocurrency market right now. But what we could do if we want to be able to still be able to adapt in this kind of market with institutional investors inside is to follow what they're doing because they are actually the ones earning the money right now, most of them. And if you don't, if you're gonna follow your emotions or your instincts and not what the big guys or the big money are doing, then you're just gonna lose money and be the exit liquidity. So that's my tip. There's a lot that changed. There's a lot of things that changed in our cryptocurrency market right now. But what you could do is follow what these institutional investors are doing, and you can do that through charts, studies, technical analysis, indicators, and yeah, basically that. I hope that answers your question, Cece.
Yes, thank you, Miss G.
Okay. Do you have anything to add with that, bro, Nikki?
Yeah, I do have. So I think it will be when you say volatility, I think the manipulation side will be much lesser because the market right now is more liquid ever before. So when we say there's institutional traders that goes into a market, so they inject a very large volume of money, and when the market is too liquid, it will be harder for us to make the market move. So I think the money in the manipulation side of the market, it will be reduced because it will be much harder for the let's say a whale or a manipulator to move the market because now it is very liquid. And when we say liquidity, is the ability of the market to what we call this one, to take a certain amount of volume without affecting the price as well. So I think it will be more interesting to trade since there is a smart money involved. It's much be easier because we all know that this is smart money. Usually they have the best decision into the market. So when we have smart money in the market, another thing is, as she says, so we just need to follow them because they are the ones that making the right decision on the market, the informed decision on the market. So again, I think it will affect the price significantly when we have smart money inside. And just like in the forex, okay, it's very liquid, it's very hard to manipulate the market. But yeah, I think there will be a huge change when it comes to the market structure or market dynamics of cryptocurrency, especially in Bitcoin. This ETF approval where it becomes more easily for this smart money to engage into the market as well. So I'm expecting a change in the overall behavior and market dynamics of BTC, but in a good way because this smart money, I think they provide liquidity to the market. And we have another thing to consider as well. What are these smart monies doing? Are they accumulating? Are they selling, or are they holding? So yeah, I think this smart money or ETFs approval had a very huge impact into the market.
Awesome. I think she has additional information for that.
Yeah, actually, I would like to disagree a little bit. It is good in terms of liquidity and, you know, price action and all that. But it's also bad because the amount of money in the market that they actually control is huge. And that means manipulation is very possible here. So I'm not saying there is, but most likely there is. So yeah, that's it.
Do you have any words on that, Nikki?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Thank you so much. I think that concludes our X Space for tonight. I would like to thank our speakers, G and Trader Nikki, for sharing your awesome insights, your knowledge, your suggestions on this hot topic in this historic event. And I hope our listeners will also publish this as a podcast. We'll be able to learn a lot from this one. I would like to ask our speakers right now if they have anything you would want to promote or share to us, to our audience, and for those people in the future who will be listening on our podcast. So, can you start with that, Trader Nikki?
So yeah, I just want to promote Gainer's Ground, of course. So if you want to have more depth and knowledge, dive more into the knowledge of Web3 and crypto space, you might check out Gainer's Ground. So Facebook, and just search Gainer's Ground. So yeah, that's all for me.
All right. Thank you, Trader Nikki. How about you, Chi?
Thanks for giving us this space and this time, Sean and Nikki. It was a pleasure being with you guys in this space. And in terms of promotion, right now I've got a lot cooking. So what I would really say is just if you are interested in emerging technologies, not just blockchain, not just crypto, but also AI and even mixed reality, I do have projects coming in that's going to be a lot of fun. We're preparing in the back end within Chiibitsu Labs and also one of my clients, Suzuverse. So for you to stay tuned and get into the action early, it would be great if you could follow me here on X and other socials. So yeah, thank you very much for this space, Sean.
Thank you. Also, I really am thankful for your time and knowledge. By the way, I highly recommend their projects for Shibitsu Labs. They're doing some awesome projects right now involving artificial intelligence. And same with Gainer's Ground. If you would like to learn about trading from zero, definitely Gainer's Ground has a lot to offer and so much valuable things you can learn from them. So follow their socials, guys, in Twitter and Facebook or whatever social platforms you're working on, especially here in the Web3 space. So by the way, again, I'm Sean. I'm the current CEO and co-founder of NARA Labs. We are offering cryptocurrency accounting for crypto projects. So if you're someone or in the crypto space who needs help on financial reports, bookkeeping, and tax compliances, especially on your local countries here in the Philippines or abroad, here we are here in Nara Labs to help you out. So and we also have a lot of upcoming projects also. So please stay tuned. Follow us on all our social platforms. We're here on Twitter, in Facebook, in Instagram, and we have also our Discord. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on our X Space tonight. Hopefully, this has been a valuable podcast to all of you in preparation or as we welcome Bitcoin halving tomorrow. All the best and see you on our next X Space. Bye, guys. GM.
Thank you. Bye, guys.